Namato Ratana Tayasa. May I pay homage to Triple Gem, the Buddha, Dhamma, and the Sangha. And my respect goes to my parents and my teachers. Hello, good evening. So today is Sunday the 26th of July 2020. And today I have invited our newly ordained monk. His name is Thitadhammo, and now his name is Thitadhammo. And yesterday we had ordination, and so rather than just me talking, I have invited him to share some of his experiences and his thoughts. So I will ask him to answer and also express his insights. So first of all, can you introduce yourself and off you go, whatever you want to say.
Hello everyone, I'm a newly ordained, freshly ordained monk. Hoping to do at least 3 months in the robes.
But continue.
If yeah, I would like to continue in the Sangha. That's another topic entirely. I came here to stay around May, and I've been living here, taking the monastic precepts basically since then, except for a short interruption. I've been living continuously just out there in the caravan, and I've been practicing meditation under the guidance of Ajahn Sujan since then. I am quite a beginner. I've done barely anything at all before I came here, and I've learned a lot, and I have found in Buddhist meditation an incredibly effective and in my belief a necessary practice for liberation and just to be a better person and to make the world a better place. And therefore I decided to commit myself to the Buddha, the Dhamma and the Sangha by wearing the robes and doing my utmost diligent and honest effort I can to follow in the Buddha's footsteps.
So good, okay. So can you tell us a little bit about yesterday's ordination ceremony? How did it go and how did you find?
I felt like it went by really quickly. I thought it was only about 20 or 30 minutes, and it's only later when I saw the Facebook live video I realized it was like 2 hours long. I was very in the moment, mostly because I knew I had to remain focused on not focused, but aware of what was going on. If not, I would forget all the chantings that I had to rehearse. So I tried not to think too much. I just let the words come out, and it just went by very quickly. But what I saw was really beautiful and touching, and I feel honored to have been part of a ceremony and a tradition that's been going on for more than 2,500 years, and a ceremony that began with the Buddha. Because I've been to a lot of ceremonies, Buddhist ceremonies, that was not that ancient, things like Bodhi Puja and things like that we did in Sri Lanka as a child. I don't know if that's as ancient as this. It was a wonderful thing to be part of, especially it was very strange to have people bowing to me, but I have to keep telling myself they're not bowing to me, they're bowing to the robes. Because I didn't want to get too ahead of myself, but it was wonderful.
Yeah, okay. And how did you find when yesterday after ordination you came out from the hall and received the alms from the people?
I felt strange, very strange, but also very grateful. People were so generous, and I saw them working so hard, just carrying about, and just the amount of effort they put into the food, the amount of love and care they put into every single meal that they put forth for us. Just the pure hard work they put in. I'm really grateful for that, and I want to thank every single person who helped out. And putting the food in the bowl, the people were quite generous, so it was pretty much very, very full. There is no human on earth that could have eaten that much food, so I had to
take it out.
Take it out.
And how did you find eating in a bowl?
I liked it.
Okay.
Yeah, because well, actually I liked it, but it's also quite difficult because whatever amount of food that you put in the bowl looks small until you start eating it and eating it and eating it, and you realize there is still so much left. That nearly happened to me today as well. I consciously put in very little, only to realize this is as much as I would eat on a plate, like if I loaded it up twice. So yeah, yeah, it's quite. I mean, you need to be quite aware of what's going on, how much food you put in, or else you're not gonna be able to function.
Yeah. That's why it's always been very, especially when at the first time when we collect the food. As people say, eyes are bigger than the tummy. So we just want to put more and more. This is delicious, that is delicious. Or I want to eat that one, I want to eat that one. And then, by end of the day, you get to half full of a bowl. And then, you cannot finish it. So then you have to throw it away.
And I can't throw it away as well. I mean, whatever's on the bowl, you have to finish.
Yeah.
So it's been good. Like I'm trying to. So today, when I was picking up, I was trying to think less of, okay, this is delicious and that would be delicious. Rather, okay, I need this much vegetables. I need this much rice. Just for my health. And even then, there was some, like I put some of that chicken in that tasted quite nice. I thought I wish I got some more of that.
Yeah.
It's gonna be hard losing attachment to my sense of taste.
And then sometimes you take only looking at the food, you see that it's not that delicious, but when you eat it and you found it, it's so delicious, wish I could have more. And but you have already given it to the other people to eat it, so.
Especially Thai and Sri Lankan food, it doesn't look that great, but the taste awesome.
Okay. And how did you talk to your parents after you became a monk? How did you find? Was it difficult, or was it?
It was
something
difficult.
weird.
Yeah, it was very difficult because in my culture we bow down to our parents a lot. I haven't been that diligent in this practice, but especially when I was a kid, you would before you go to school, a good child is supposed to pay respect by touching their feet and bowing down, kneeling down. I don't know how many times, but you're supposed to do that. But then they were bowing down to me. That was pretty strange. And also talking to them, you're supposed to use specific vocabulary in Sinhalese. My parents had a hard time doing that, and I didn't know whether I can call them mom and dad or Mr. this and Mrs. that. But yeah, I think they still see me as a son.
I remember today that called you Putta. No, now no Putta. Thitadhammo.
I'm the Buddha's son now.
Okay. Well, since you have a Sri Lankan Buddhist background, and in Sri Lanka there is no such tradition of temporary ordination, and now you have taken this big step breaking this boundaries or so-called cultural, maybe taboo.
Yes.
How did you find that? And how what is the response from the relatives you receive?
Mixed.
Okay.
Mixed to say the least. There. My mom was saying that some of her relatives and her friends were very happy for her, for the family, because it's a great merit for our entire family going back many generations. So they were very, very grateful, and they were so happy that someone like no one in our families. I think there might have been a few generations, I don't know, but someone from our family has decided to take this step. They were very happy about that. Some are obviously quite sad. It's very strange because the way they're talking is like I have died. I'm still alive. Very alive.
Well, you have died from the household life.
Yeah.
You have taken rebirth.
Yeah, rebirth.
Rebirth in the Buddhist sasana.
Yeah, I think that would be should be happy as Buddhists. I think about that. And my mom is finding it quite funny, thinking about the way I used to be before, and now I'm a monk, and she found that quite funny. But
is
they're
that
quite supportive.
Funny in a way like Angulimala, or
It's not that bad. Not that bad.
Okay, good.
Angulimala was actually always sort of an inspiration for me. It's like even he could become an arahant.
Yeah.
Why can't we as Buddhists try and follow this path? As because it just shows you that anyone, really, any human being is capable of achieving.
Yeah. Angulimala is one of the very classical example for every one of us. Actually, And people think that we have been doing so many bad things, and I'm not worthy of becoming a monk, and there is no chance I become a monk and get the merits or become enlightened like that. Now, there are plenty of people think about it, but when we tell them about the Angulimala story, then it's like inspiring them. And this is again, who hasn't got the history behind?
Yes,
every one of us has got the history, some good memories and bad memories, and all we have to give it away and let it go and move forward. That's the reason becoming a monk. That's why, saying esahang bhante suchira pariniputam pitang pakavantang, like that. So basically you're living for the greater benefit in the future. So Angulimala's story is a classical one to tell. Especially, I remember Thitadhammo, who works in prison chaplain. He normally tells this story, and he established the charity, so-called organization, Angulimala Prison Chaplain. And so this story is the main theme, telling every prisoners the same story again and again to inspire them that doesn't matter how bad you were, but just need to change. And the changing is the important part. And the whole Buddha's teachings is simply to change our perception. So that's why it doesn't matter what we had done. It's a matter of what we are doing now. So okay. So what else you would like to share, your experience of becoming a monk?
I just I feel really lucky and grateful to be part of this. It's I think Mr. Vinny was saying this as well, like you need so much good merit to be a monk, to even for the thought to enter your mind and to go ahead with it, because it's quite an arduous journey to leave behind things that gave you so much meaning and pleasure before, and just saying I am now no longer going after these things, but the more noble path, I suppose. And I just feel really lucky that that spark of a thought entered my brain, and it didn't just die out, but kept on happening. And here I am in a robe, and I want. This is I don't like, because I was training before in biology to be a scientist, to sort of cure diseases and things like that and help people. But I was thinking that no matter how many diseases are cured, that it will still be suffering. And the only real medicine for suffering is the Buddha's Dhamma. And to be able to be part of the lineage that protects it and spreads it is the greatest thing that I could do in my life, and it's the gift, and I would not like to waste this opportunity.
So really good. How about the chanting?
The chanting yesterday?
Yeah.
It went better than I thought. The hardest part for me wasn't so much the chanting, because we practiced that so many times. It was the other procedures.
Okay. Yeah. Bowing down, giving.
How many times to go forward and go back, when to stand up, how to bow down with the
bowl
in the hand of my back, because I thought it would just came off. I thought it would scoot up.
Sometimes we feel like there's something missing, not connected. Language that we speak is not deep enough to connect to what the Buddha was talking like that. So that's why each one word has got so many translations to connect what the Buddha was talking about. Yeah. So
You think a lot of the meaning is lost in translation?
Definitely, yes. That's why we have to learn the Pali to get the real meaning of it. And that's why there are people, and even a group of monks, they have emphasized only the teachings of the Buddha, like from Tripitaka, only what the Buddha said.
No commentaries.
Not even the Savakas or the disciples' words. They do not follow that. Like they call it Buddha Vachana, like that. So following only the Buddha's words, like that, simply to connect and to realize that. But again, it's not easy.
Yes.
And lots of memorization. So, how did you find with wearing your robes?
Yeah, that's been a challenge. They keep falling apart, and I was trying to practice last night after the meditation and chanting how to do the thigh rolling process, and I practiced for I think more than an hour, but I still didn't succeed. I finally managed to get it today after a couple of hours nearly, and still it wasn't perfect. I'm trying to do the Sri Lankan thing, which is easier.
Sri Lankan way.
But it's less
tidy.
Yeah, less tidy and less solid.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's good because now I've realized I can't walk too fast when I'm wearing this robe. It might fall apart, so I had to walk slowly, and in a way that's making me more mindful of my walking.
Yeah.
Starting to see the reason why it's the uniform.
Yeah. Okay. Well, basically, this robe designed by Venerable Ananda during the time of the Buddha. So probably that's why. And normally, whenever students ask me about this robe, I normally tell them that this is one of the oldest fashion in the world that's been still using and never outdated. So this is the oldest fashion. Ananda designed under the Buddha's instruction, and ever since it's become a robe, and we're using it. So it's multi-usable as well.
Yeah.
You can use it for blanket. You can use it for folding it, and then use it for pillow.
Well, yeah.
So it's a multi-purpose.
It's
robe.
pretty great. So
so
simple but elegant.
yeah, and that's and this is also known as the Arhat Doja, means the flag of Arhat too.
Oh.
Yeah. So that's why people respect to the robe and whoever is wearing a robe. Yeah. Okay. So thank you very much. Okay, and in a few minutes' time we will have a evening chanting, and we'll have a guided meditation. You're most welcome to join with us. For today, now his name is Thitadhammo. Again, now whenever you're coming to the center, you should call him Achan Thitadhammo. Okay, Achan Thitadhammo. Or if in Sri Lankan language, called Bodhihamdru. So he will be here in the center for at least for 3 months, and maybe more than that in the future if he would like to stay. So if you want to come and discuss or talk to him, you can come later, but not now. Okay. Maybe after a month or 2 months later.
When I know a little more than I do now.
Okay. So before we closing, do you have to say anything? Do you have anything you want to share?
No, just thank you very much for watching, and thank you very much again for all the help that everyone's done with the donations and the food, and I'm just so grateful for that. I hope you find happiness and everyone you love too.
Okay, thank you, Achan Thitadhammo, and thank you everyone for watching, and all the supports and all the generous donations for yesterday and continue even these days. So thank you. I'll see you shortly.